Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for watching my videos. This video is in a series of videos where we are talking about seafarers and ship owners unions and how are our salaries, the maritime regulations and the well-being of seafarers ensured on board the ships, and what are the roles and responsibilities of these seafarers unions and the ship owners unions accordingly. Last few videos we have been talking about the seafarers unions and some of the ship owners unions which are international. There we mentioned one ship owners association called the Intertanko. In this video we are going to talk specifically about Intertanko, what are the responsibilities and members and other details. Let's jump into the video. Intertanko. What is Intertanko? International Association of Independent Tanker Owners. This is the full form of the short form of Intertanko. It is a global association that represents the interest of independent tanker owners and operators. Okay, so basically Intertanko is a group made of ship owners and operators. Operators meaning it could be ship managers or the commercial operators. It can be either the technical operators or the commercial operators. Who is a technical operator? Technical operator is basically the DOC holder, document of compliance holder. I have made a separate video on the document of compliance and the certification required for the ships. So please go and watch that video if you want more information on the DOC and this other certification required for the ship. There can be the other operator is the commercial operator, where he ensures the ship is commercially viable and is also commercially operated without having loss of charter party at any given of time. What is the history? It was established in 1970 and serves as a leading voice for the tanker industry nowadays. It was started in 1970 with few ship owners and it grew in size and the popularity based on the technical expertise which the group possesses because of the association of the ship owners and the ship operators. Its primary objective is to support safe, efficient, and environmental friendly tanker operations. Basically, tanker operations have grown manifold with many new regulations affecting these tankers. Tanker was a new industry in 1970s and it went through lot of accidents and regulation requirements which changed completely the way the tankers were operated in the 1970s and till the present date. Hence, it is very important to have a single voice for the whole organization or for the whole group of owners who are owning tanker ships. Also, it also made a lot of difference for the operators because the cost of operating these vessels considerably changed based on certain requirements. It represents members in discussions and negotiations with regulatory bodies, governmental organizations. There have been so many new regulations which are really game changing. For example, the introduction of the double hull was a big blow to the ship owners where they had to actually build two ships in the place of one ship. Hence, Intertanko played a very important role in combining all the views of the owners and putting up to the IMO and having their say and their position on behalf of the ship owners. Recognized non-governmental organization NGO, it has among others observator status at the International Maritime Organization. So it's a non-governmental organization which has a position of the observer status in the International Maritime Organization. So whenever a meeting happens in the IMO, I have made a separate video on the IMO and the meetings and the members, etc. Please go and watch the video if you need more information on the International Maritime Organizations and its operations. Okay, so the Intertanko has a seat in all the meetings where it can observe the proceedings in the International Maritime Organization. We are talking about few members of the Intertanko. As I mentioned, there are a lot of owners and the ship operators. As of Jan 19, the organization had 198 ship owners with a fleet of some 4,000 vessels with 346 million deadweight. That's a huge number. Intertanko's associate membership, that is, companies with an interest in shipping, of oil and chemicals, but who do not own or operate tankers, stand at some 244 companies. This can be like charter parties. They are not operators, they are not owners. So there can be some other people who are having interest in the operation of the tankers and chemical vessels. All those bodies are also part of the Intertanko, which they have the position of associate membership. To talk about some major members of the Intertanko, it can be the Samar Shipping Limited, which is a ship owner based out of India. Mitsui O.S.K. Lines, which is a ship owning company based out of Japan. NYK, which is Nippon Yusen Kabushiki Kaisha, shortly known as NYK. It is also from Japan. BW Epic Kosan Maritime Private Limited, Singapore. These are all ship owners which I have just picked up very randomly with India, Japan, and Singapore, where there are many owners which are actually part of the Intertanko. They are basically the main members, and there are many associate members as well. Okay. Intertanko also has publications. Intertanko publishes regularly books or notes which are helpful for the ship owners and operators for the explanation of the new regulations which are brought into place and how to adopt or how to comply with them. Some of the publications which are famous are Guide to LNG Chartering, Guide to Port State Control, 3rd edition, Guide to Vetting Processes, a Guide to Correct Entry of Oil Record Book Part 2, that is Cargo and Ballast Operation. A Guide for Correct Entries in the Oil Record Book Part 1, which is the machinery space. Oil Record Book is a record book of all the operations with regards to the oil in the machinery space, that is the engine room, and the cargo space, which is the deck, which has to be maintained in that oil record book. Okay. This is very important document with regards to the MARPOL Convention. Vessels Practical Guide to Vetting, Guide to Terminal Conditions of Use, Safety Management Initiatives in Shipping. These are some of the notes and booklets which Intertanko publishes regularly as per the requirement from the members, and it feels the requirement of clarity in some of the requirements or regulations which needs to be disseminated inside the group members. Hence, it publishes these books. That completes a small video on the definition and the purpose of Intertanko and what its duties and how it is beneficial in the overall picture of the maritime industry. These are the websites which we maintain: maritimeplatform.com, maritimeqa.com, seafarersblog.com, shipshorejob.com, chrconsult.com, which are the website names are very clear. Only the maritimeplatform.com you can actually record your own videos based on the categories and upload it free of cost just by registering onto the website. Maritimeqa.com is basically a social interaction website where you can post questions and the industry experts can reply. Seafarersblog.com, the name is self-explanatory. Shipshorejob.com, which is basically shore job for the maritime industry. And CHR Consult is an individual consulting which can be done. You can book the slots and your specific queries will be replied to. Our social media handles on the Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram I mentioned. Please do check them and follow us for getting instant notification on each of the new videos and the content we post on the web. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.